I am so beyond exhausted. Yesterday, I drove 1,000 miles round trip to rescue a bunch of animals. I'm about to drive one shot there, back. The sun is not even up yet. Casey's not coming with me to film at this time, but that's okay. I think we could do this. We'll do a good job and we'll show you everything. Really? How you doing, man? He's cool. Wow, so you've had this guy since 1999. He's not afraid of anything. Wow, you'd expect it to be so much bigger. That's kind of cool, though. Man, that is one heavy leopard tortoise. I got a lot of animals in the car, some of which are very heavy. That leopard tortoise is unbelievably heavy, and you guys know we have very big leopard tortoises. So here we go. Back to South Jersey we go. Hurricane Erin is hitting us right now. We got crazy winds out there, flooding. So last night, because I got in so late, I couldn't really do much with these animals. I've started bringing them outside already, but I wanted to introduce to you guys this amazing little group of animals that we adopted from someone. Starting with this South American yellowfoot tortoise right here. The people that gave us these animals, they've had this tortoise since 1999. Upon arriving at their place, I was shocked at just how personable and happy and healthy all the animals were. That's always a breath of fresh air for us because you guys know what we go through with some of our rescues and surrenders. So this is just a classic case of times changing. Their children got older, they're doing a lot of travel now. They just didn't have the time for the animals and they wanted them to go to a really good place. I'm really happy with the way they are. Yellowfoot tortoises, not a species that you see all the time. You guys that watch our channel know that we have our big male, the General.
I'm sorry, this is really weird.
That he's doing this?
Yeah.
Look at this guy. There you go, folks. That's a sign of a very healthy tortoise that's a little bit of a gymnast, too. Look at you, man. You could walk a tight wire.
Look how tall he is.
Yeah, look how tall my tortoise is. So yeah, that's a healthy, strong animal, which is really awesome. Going back to what I was trying to say was, we have a male by the name the General, who is 89 or 90 years old now, and he came from a basement situation several years ago. So we'll see if these two eventually get along. Everybody here's got to go into quarantine. Yellowfoot tortoises are an awesome species from South America. They are omnivorous. They don't just eat greens or fruits. They actually will take to animal matter, and they do not hesitate to make quick work of dead things. So, there you go. Fun fact about the South American yellowfoot tortoise. You know what's really cool about this guy, too? He actually has orange. He's got beautiful orange legs and a head that is orange as well, and that contrasts the General, who really is a true yellow. We should probably put them side by side and check them out. What's up, brother? It's so awesome. You guys got to name them. So in the comments, when you're done watching this video, give this South American yellowfoot tortoise an awesome name, or orangefoot tortoise. I'm really impressed with this thing. So while we're on the subject of South American tortoises, you guys recognize these. These are the famous red-footed tortoises, but what's really interesting about this pair is how tiny they are. They've had these since 1999 too, and they were adults at that time, and they have not gotten very big at all. Red-footed tortoises are a large species. Males can get up to 18 inches. I know there are even bigger records out there. Females, at least 14. I'm not sure of the locality of these particular red-foot tortoises. They didn't know. They had picked them up at a reptile expo all those years ago. There are a lot of different localities of them in nature, and not unlike the testudo species, your Mediterranean tortoises that we show you all the time, the animals vary in appearance and size and markings per locality. So it's possible these could be from somewhere like Venezuela. I have heard that the Venezuelan redfoot tortoises are sometimes on the smaller side like this. Look at that. That's a really manageable animal as far as size goes. You know, most of our testudos are actually a lot bigger than this girl. This is a female. She's actually missing all of the nails on this rear foot, but the foot is intact, so that could have been done by another tortoise or a predator. Most likely these two were imports. South American red-footed tortoises along with yellowfoots are very commonly imported because there are still quotas on them. They're allowed to take them down there and ship them out for the pet trade. This guy, this redfoot tortoise, has something really interesting going on. He's all yellow. He's got barely any red or orange on his legs or head. One might get confused saying, well, isn't that just the yellowfoot tortoise? No, this is in fact South America's red-footed tortoise, not to be confused with the yellow-footed tortoise, who's actually orange. Yeah. Welcome to Garden State Tortoise, where we strive to confuse you all day, every day. This guy is potentially from Colombia, and the reason I say that is I do know a little bit about the localities of redfoot tortoises, and the ones that come out of Colombia are known to have yellow legs instead of red or orange. Super cool, really awesome little pair of redfoots. I love this kind of variation. And you know what? Let's show you guys this real quick. You see how the male has a figure 8 shape and the female does not? A lot of male red-footed tortoises develop this figure 8 shape into full maturity. She's thicker and wider because she's got to carry very large eggs. Red-footed tortoise eggs are very, very big. Okay, don't worry, I'm gonna get you guys into an enclosure very soon. Moving down the line here, we're gonna go to another continent, Africa. You guys know what this is? This heavy but not very large animal for his species is Africa's sulcata tortoise, also known as the African spur-thighed tortoise or spurred tortoise. Probably the most famous tortoise in the world aside from your Galapagos and Aldabra tortoises. This is the world's 3rd largest tortoise species. He is very small for a male. He will continue growing. Bitsy, our female, who loves to push me over, is like triple his size. And males are always the larger of the two sexes, so this guy has a long way to go. Nice, healthy, rock-solid male, though. All right. This tortoise, another iconic African species who you guys know very well if you watch this channel. This is Africa's leopard tortoise. This animal is 30 years old and supposedly weighs 35 pounds, but I gotta tell you, this thing is more than 35 pounds. I mean, she is unbelievably heavy, which is obviously not a bad thing. This animal came from an unfortunate situation, and this is kind of what set the tone for how this all happened in one day. This person, very ill, also injured, and now in the hospital. They don't know when they're coming back, so there wasn't really anybody to take care of this tortoise. So it was an urgent situation, and these two different people just happened to live 10 minutes away from each other, so it really worked out. It's like the stars aligned. This animal, very well cared for, very loved. You can imagine, you know, you have an animal, you've raised it from a little tiny baby for 30 years. It's an emotional process to have to get rid of it when you're going through something like that. But I assured them that we would come out, answer the call, give this animal a home. She's beautiful. She does have some significant pyramiding going on, but you can tell that that started to correct itself, or get better rather, over time with better care. Unfortunately, man, you are really something. Unfortunately, that old, outdated way of raising tortoises has ended up a lot of these animals in these situations where they're not grown properly. But somewhere along the way, when the more accurate information came out, these people were able to make changes to where they couldn't correct what had already been done. You can't make these lumpy or pyramided scoots go down. Okay, that's keratin and bone that has grown that way. But you can set the course or change the course for the rest of the animal as it grows. And this is far from the worst we have ever seen with a tortoise, especially a leopard tortoise. If you recall Bubbles, the unfortunate pancake flattened leopard tortoise that did not make it, this tortoise has probably easily got yet another 30 years left in her. So quarantine for everybody, and then they're gonna get to go into their respected groups. I'm excited to have them all, happy to offer them a home, happy to help these people because they did the right thing. They made difficult calls where they knew they couldn't do it anymore for different reasons. Instead of being selfish about it, they were selfless because they were looking out for the animal. You really have to go into an enclosure, buddy. But we're not done, guys. We've got more rescue situations happening right here, right now. So just when I think maybe I could get a little rest, I can't. We're hitting the road. We're heading over to my friend Alan's place because he's got a very interesting turtle that also needs a home. So, what do we got?
I have the whole story in the back. Should we get the turtle and we'll go over the story? That's good. Cool.
Okay.
So they wrote down the story.
Okay.
The story of Daryl the box turtle.
Story time with Alan.
The story of Daryl the box turtles. Apparently these people found it outside and kept it 37 years ago. Wow. And it was fed a diet of chicken, dog food, pellets, sometimes fruit.
Okay.
And the lady who owned Daryl kept her in a 40-gallon tank with heat and a small water bowl. But she's in her late 90s and couldn't care for Daryl anymore.
Okay.
So the family asked if we could find a place or a home for Daryl to go to.
Okay.
So they brought Daryl here, and you were the first one that I thought to call about Daryl. So Daryl's not necessarily in as bad shape as some other box turtles I may have seen. It's not in the most wonderful shape either. No, this is Daryl the box turtle.
Oh boy. Okay. Wow, he's definitely an old boy too.
He's a very old boy box turtle.
Okay. He's definitely not in the worst shape ever.
His nails are a little long and curled.
Yeah.
His legs are not too bad. His beak is overgrown. He needs a little trim.
Yeah, he's got a parrot beak going on there.
Yeah.
So it will definitely trim that down.
He actually is able to eat pretty well. We've been feeding him. He's got pretty good body weight.
Yeah.
He's got a little shell banged up here.
Yeah, he does. Right here looks like something happened.
It's a very old wound, I would imagine.
It's definitely an old boy. Wow. Look at that. Good size too.
So he's big and he's heavy. He's not in the absolute worst shape, but he definitely could use a little TLC.
Yeah, for sure. He's starting to lose some of that color that indoor artificial keeping will
Well,
start to
37
wash.
years indoor probably didn't have a lot of UV on him.
No.
I would imagine that that's why he's such drab in color. He could definitely benefit from some natural sunlight.
For sure. Yeah. Wow, 37 years. So definitely not as severe as what happened with Rockalina. Wow. Yeah, look at that, man. That looks like a giant saber tooth right there.
And some natural sunlight, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gain back some of its color.
I think he looks cool.
His name's Daryl.
Cool.
Yeah, which is an awesome name. It really is an awesome name.
It's a pretty good name.
Yeah. That's really, really cool. Interesting little bit of information that Daryl is going to be part of. We are going to be partaking in a little project going on with the University of Maine where they are actually sampling the genetics of these turtles by using little tiny clips of their nails. And the reason is they're coming up with a new conservation law enforcement tool to be able to decide if turtles in captivity have been taken from the wild or if they are captive bred. So it's an ongoing study that different universities and wildlife agencies are part of, which is going to be pretty cool. So Daryl and several other turtles that we have, and you guys have heard us mention before that we're starting to become active in potentially repatriating some of these wild populations concerning native turtle species like eastern box turtles, but there's a whole ton of work that goes into it. These are just the very preliminary stages of what's going on. Wow. This is a species we've never shown you guys on our channel. This is Aramnachelys madagascarensis, the Madagascar big-headed turtle. Another endangered species, just like all the species of tortoise and turtle on Madagascar, but these guys are so awesome, and they get big. They get really big. The males end up with these really giant heads, very powerful jaws. Wow, man, this is just not something you see every day. Cool. So we got Daryl, the eastern box turtle, from our good buddy Alan at Major League Exotic Pets, but now we've got to head all the way down the state to the Nature Center of Cape May because Fish and Wildlife put them in touch with us about a soft-shell turtle that really needs a home. So we're going to go down there and we're going to meet him right now.
Emily.
Oh, hi, Emily.
I'm guessing
Chris.
you're the turtle people
Yeah.
with the container here. I can show you. He's actually back this way.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so this is our main building here. Yes. Right now.
Oh, right now?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So these folks are
she's a big one.
from Garden State Tortoise, right?
Yep, that's right.
And a woman called, she was just completely distraught. She was living on a second-story apartment with the turtle in a large tank, and it was so heavy it actually broke her floor and crumbled the ceiling into her downstairs neighbor. So she was getting evicted. She owes all this money in repairs and just had no idea what to do with the turtle. She loved this turtle dearly. It seems like it was very well cared for, but she she had no idea what to do and was desperate. So we said we would temporarily take the turtle in, knowing that we don't really have the space or the proper habitat to give the turtle the life it deserves. So I was super happy to find you all because it seems like a really good fit, and I think it'll live its best life under your care. So we appreciate you all.
Do you know, did she raise it from a hatchling? Or?
Yeah, she said her boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend at this point, got it for her as a gift when it was a little baby. So she wasn't even really sure exactly like what species of soft-shell turtle it was.
I think it's a Florida softshell.
Okay.
You know, I have to do a closer look at it, but it does. I think it's a Florida. It's not an Eastern spiny, the ones that you see around here.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a good size.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Let me ask you this: has anybody handled it yet?
Just the woman that we picked it up from. She took it out of, the tank that the turtle spent most of its life in to put it into, a transport container.
And the reason I ask is because they can be pretty.
Yes. But yeah, I don't think it's been handled a whole lot. So
they're also really slippery.
right.
This is not.
They're taking that turtle.
Take the turtle out. Taking the turtle out.
Wow, not so bad.
Good job, sweetie.
Okay. Ready, girls?
Ready?
Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, Malik's mad. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Go.
Oh, I'm so happy that he's
job.
gonna go to a nice home.
Good job, Elle. Okay, you'll have a nice big pond at home.
That makes me so happy. I'll be able to stretch out and swim.
Oh yeah.
That'll be so nice.
Well, thank you guys for taking such
No,
good care of
thank you.
Malik's here.
I was looking for just the best case scenario, and this
Yeah.
seems to be it.
Yeah, he'll be a lot of fun, right?
Good.
You take good care of him. Okay, finally, the end of the day here. What are you doing? This is Malik. We're back home with him, and he is a Florida softshell turtle. The Florida softshell turtle is a very large species of freshwater turtle native to the United States of America, primarily Florida. They're actually the largest of the North American softshell turtle species. Females can grow to be 29 inches. This guy will get bigger. When you compare him to the softshell turtle species that are found around here, which would be the eastern spiny softshell, the females may get as big as him, but the males would never get this big. Softshell turtles are super bizarre, very interesting animals, and they're incredible hunters. They use that snorkel nose to just stick that above the waterline to get air so they can go undetected. They use lightning fast striking of a very long neck and a powerful mouth that has bony ridges that almost look like teeth. And let me tell you, they said that adult females can sever a finger. They have a very powerful bite. They usually have quite an attitude. He seems to be pretty good for a male softshell. The reason they call them softshells is because of this right here. Whoa. Not that. Right here, see that? That is all soft. But here, this is a bony plate. So he does have bone underneath there, not unlike other turtle species, but you can see he doesn't have the scoot arrangement or the keratin that you see on other turtle and tortoise species. They almost have like flippers, but this does differ from the fly river turtle that has flippers like a sea turtle. These guys just have insanely strong webbed feet, but you can see they do have fingers and nails in there. They can literally move through the water at lightning speed. It is unbelievable to see these things move as fast as they can. So the next time somebody tells you a turtle is slow, you could say, yeah, have you ever seen a softshell turtle? Because they move fast on land too. These animals will literally launch themselves and almost hop to get back to the water. They'll bounce off the ground until they finally hit the water surface, and then that's it, they're gone. They will hide in mud or sand, and they'll use that long neck and the snorkel to stick it all the way up to the surface to get a breath of air, and then they just wait. And when they're hungry, they go after things like fish, they'll eat smaller turtles, they'll eat small birds. They don't care what it is, they are primarily carnivorous. They know how to survive, and they've done it really well for a really long time. So that's Malik. He is our new Florida softshell turtle. What a day. What a journey. Several animals here. I'm exhausted, but they're all in a good spot. We're gonna get them set up. Stay tuned for some updates on them. I'm gonna go to bed.